We need to turn it down a little bit. Well, alright. Oh yeah, where is that chat? Stream time, baby. Been a little while. What better day to come back than on a Tuesday, though, let's be real here. I feel like that volume is gonna be a little high. Alright, there we go. Connected. It's all connected. Alright, where was I? Had to start the old farming run, eh? Okay. Actually, I think I can get one more talent book for Gene. It might be a waste, though. Let's find out. Because I only just unlocked her. Oh, yeah, at least we can get that up to level 2, I guess. Not that I'm going to be using her with talents that low. But it's worth a shot, I say. Okay. Hello, Gene. Alright, resistance. Her and Diluc with that. What a bummer. It's kind of most of the 5 stars would have separate farming materials, but I guess that's the way it goes, right? Hey, Wayrite, how are you, man? I'm still living in Dubai, yeah. Fair enough, Blazing Dragon. Don't expect you to sign up at all, brother, but always a pleasure to have you here, man. T-Stam, how are you? God, this mic stand is pissing me off today. It's not being my bae. It's been quite difficult. I can't remember which one this one is. I guess we can leave Venti in there and see which one it is first. A lot of news coming out of Australia. Which part? There's all kinds of stuff. What's good? Bit of Genshin, man. A lot of video games coming out the next couple of months as well. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff to love out there in the nerddom right now. What have I been doing this week? Mainly playing this, a little bit of Squadrons, a little bit of Baldur's Gate. It's been good. Just been gaming for me recently, which has been really nice, actually. But I suppose I better come back and hang out with you boys, huh? Yeah, man. It's the nerddom. It's the sphere we live in. I like it a lot. Oh, God. But yeah, man. Plenty of good stuff to play out there. You got free games like this if you want them free to play, of course. Obviously, you can spend, but that's completely up to you. This is nowhere near as gacha dependent. Well, yes and no. If you just want to pick it up as a casual game, then yeah, you can absolutely free to play this. It's quite good for that. But yeah, if you want to play it all day, every day, whew, I got bad news for you. Tier Stamp, no, I haven't. I played a little bit last week, and that was kind of my last little stint for a while. It's just pissing me off so much that, like, they're just focusing on the wrong areas for the fixes. Like, a lot of the quality of life stuff is nice, but at the same time, man, oof, it feels pretty rough that you can do all that time and then still get the guaranteed exotics now, but then those exotics run so randomly that they're literally hot garbage. Check out the graphics. Which graphics, bro? Through here. Where'd I get that shirt? Which shirt I'm wearing? Oh, shit. I didn't realize I was wearing the only merch shirt that we ever made. Oh, we could sell you one, Muggin. Man, I don't know. I've said it before, I don't know about merch. I think we're just way too small a content creator group to be even thinking about stuff like that, man. We got a lot of fun ideas, don't get me wrong. We quite often shoot the shit and come up with really fun ideas, but yeah. I think going and actually releasing it onto the market will be a very different story, dude. Alright, so at least we get one thing for Jean, and that's kind of her farming done. Had to do so much talent farming today. Finished off Xinglang, which is pretty good. And that just leaves Jean. And I was going to bring up Barbara, but the fact that I already have Chi-Chi and Jean, I'm like, well, I don't know. But I do need one Hydro character. So I'm kind of torn about what to do now. Alright. No quests. What am I going to do here? Let's just go through the book. I started leeway today. I feel like changing the order for once. It is on PS4 as well, but you just need to be a little bit more careful with PS4 Blazing Dragon because it doesn't have as many options for cross-save, cross-play as everything else. The only thing it's not on, I think, is Xbox. I'd have to double check, but I'm playing this on PC, very occasionally on mobile. I'm playing on an older iPhone 8, and it doesn't really play well for me over there. But, yeah, otherwise it works pretty good. We can't make the designs public, man, just simply because, like, those shirts would be branded. So we'd have to actually release our IP to do it. And, yeah, just in the off chance that we do pivot or whatever. Is the Switch version out yet? I have no idea. Well, that guy's even on the map. Cheeky bastard. I'm literally going to break this fucking stand in a minute, though. I tell you what. I'm just going to put it down and then pivot up, I think. It is infuriating me. What are those sites? Are they like merch creation type things? Like I said, we do have a gateway to do it. Like, we could literally turn it on live tomorrow if we wanted to, but it's just a question of, you know, is that the move? I think I need to be doing a lot more of that, Ferrant. You know, a lot of actual content creation. I spent too much time gaming for myself recently, man. And just putting it all into the podcast. I didn't want to divide my energy into multiple things until that podcast found its feet. Which it slowly is. Oh, designed by humans, okay. There's too many abbreviations for things. When you said DBH, I was like, what, there's a new Dragon Ball now? Yeah, they quite often take a pretty significant cut though, dude. We've already got like pretty much a direct access through a guy that Piker knows, and then we're going to run that through Stripe. Like, we do have a way we could do it. Dragon Ball hotties. Dragon Ball cuties. That's the new Netflix documentary where it's all Dragon Ball Z pedos, which is kind of Dragon Ball Z, if let's be real here. There's a lot of really sus moments with some of the instructors in that that series, man. Prince Yoshi, what's going on, buddy? It's been a little while, man. I miss you absolutely carrying my butt in Marvel Contest of Champions, man. Oh, you can't break this one? Son of a bitch. What is this thing on my map? What have I missed? I'm guessing it's probably violet grass. Oh no, it's going to be that flower on top. Piccolo? I have my eye more on the other guy. Who's the bald older guy in that show that's like real sus, man? Wait, there's more? I think it's violet grass. It could be Core Lapis. It is Core Lapis, alright. Hi-yo! Master Roshi, that's the guy. Wasn't there episodes where like he sniffed panties and stuff? I'm pretty sure there was lines crossed by Master Yoshi, man. I definitely wouldn't trust Master Yoshi with my daughter. Let me be real here. Roshi-san, indeed. Yep. Alright, I think I saw violet grass over here. I'm kind of pre-farming a lot of things getting ready for level 50. It's miles away. I'm guessing probably, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks with my current rate of progression, but don't have to worry about it. He busted nosebleeds? What was the TV show that did that, where every time he had an erection, he got a nosebleed? That was How I Met Your Mother. There was an episode where, yeah, Barney was trying to get a guy laid. What did I miss? Could be artifacts down here. Let's do it. Oh, that's one of the smashy ones, huh? Hi. Ah, Jade, eh? Think you mean Himium? Do I mean Himium? Do I? Rest in peace. How are you, my friend? Welcome to the stream, brother. I have to say it like that. Fucking him. I don't know, man. I gave Hebrew a lot of shit on the stream for it. Oh yeah, him. I couldn't even think of using that abbreviation in a real life conversation. It doesn't take that much longer. Am I still playing MSF? I haven't played MSF in a long ass time now, my man. That game was just far too predatory for me. It doesn't look like Baldur's Gate 3. You make good points. But I got farming to do, Hooch. Work was too busy today, so I haven't done any of my shenanigan routes. So yeah, I gotta farm some stuff up because I'm a bit short on a few. What I could do, Hooch, is just come and rob your world of anything good. My farm can then come from your farm. And then you will have nothing. Nothing, I tell you. That's the one game that I've just been... I think it's because it's still in early release that I'm like, there's no dramatic urgency for me to play it. I definitely want to, but there's just no real... I have to do it right now, you know what I mean? But it's gonna happen, for sure. I should have asked, it's been a long time since I had non-copyrighted music on here. How's the volume levels versus my voice? Have I got it too high, too low, just right? Whereabouts in the Goldilocks scale would you currently rate the current volume of this stream? It's alright though, copyright-free music is getting better by the day. It's good. I will take all your dandelions. That's true. It's my cost of doing business. Do you know what? Even though I don't really need too many more, I think I'll just make that my thing. That if anyone needs help in game, it's like, I would come, but it would cost you all the dandelions. Back in streams? Yeah, I'm trying to get back into it, man. We're starting to get into a bit of a rhythm. Work, it's a weird time to do it because work is just going crazy again because COVID is surging everywhere in our region, unfortunately. Which is, yeah, you didn't want to see it happen just before winter, but it's where it is. You know, our job now is just to try and treat it best as we can. Like the Infinity Gauntlet one, like unboxing? Yeah, I've been thinking more about that, man. Because I haven't been doing content, though, I haven't really been able to justify spending money from the YouTube channel because we're just not really pulling in any cash. It turns out if you don't make content, you don't get paid. So, yeah, I can't really justify mad money on fun purchases like that. I do have the Deadpool head behind me, like talking Deadpool head. That was a present from my wife. Which, like, part of me is just like, do I try and claim that back at tax time? Or, you know. But no, it's a gift, so I'm not going to. We didn't use it for any content, so. OP Gamer, how are you, buddy? But yeah, if you like the Infinity Gauntlet one, we could certainly look at doing more of that stuff in the future. I think our main job at the moment is for me to start making some content again. I think I'm feeling pretty good. I think I don't know what to call it really. Like, I mean, after MSF, like, I just had a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. And other than podcasts, which I really enjoy doing, I just didn't want to make anything for a little while. I don't know what it was, man. Like, just not fatigue because we had to make content because we had to. That's what I worry about when we make more content. I don't want to be the guy that just makes some dog shit video that's just like, here's the scoop today with the drama from Genshin Impact, and the drama is there's no drama. It's clickbait. Boom. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to make content just because I need to get paid or, you know, we'll get that flexibility where we can right now. So, yeah, I think I can do it for the fun of the game, and if it's fun for people and they like it and they sign up, then yeah, we can do more crazy shit. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do with the guys, but they got bad time zone issues with myself at the moment. And then two of us having very young kids as well means that sometimes all the best planning means that it all goes to shit. So, yeah. How about you guys? What are you playing out there? Bit of Genshin, bit of other stuff? What's the story? So man, I love having Chi-Chi on the squad in Leeway, just so you can find all these things. No. Started playing WoW again, unacceptable. So I started getting back into, I tried to download WoW the other day, and that was the same day that the Shadowlands pre-patch dropped and Call of Duty came out, and the servers were so fucked that, yeah, I couldn't get anywhere. So I was like, well, what do you do, man? So yeah, the game kind of talked me out of it. But when I was testing like which server to go on, because I haven't played WoW since I've been in the Middle East. So my servers are back home in Australia, right? And I was like, oh shit, can I actually play with decent ping? So my choices is basically if I play on Oceanic servers or US, I'm dealing with about 250 to 350 ping, which is not great, but it's not terrible. But if I go on the Europe servers, which means I have to start from scratch, it'd be 150. But during that testing, man, one thing it told me is that WoW feels very, very dated, right? Especially when you go into a starting area on like one of those sort of test accounts. Oh boy, it looks gross, man. Judas is in Genshin, but no idea what he's doing. Bro, you think I know what I'm doing? You started from scratch? What are you playing, dude? Rest in peace. Do I have kids? I have a daughter, man. We had our first kid last year. She just turned 1, so she's lived most of her life in this pandemic hellscape that we all live in right now. Oh, Human Monk. Nice choice, bro. Oh my god, a wild sand slash has appeared. Oh, you cheeky flower brick. Different starting area. All for humans. What it used to be, Goldshire, right? I think I remember from the old vanilla days. Zodiac Curse, good morning to you, my man. How's things? Human Monk. I saw that Windwalker is supposed to be pretty good DPS spec for this expansion. So I'm curious to see how that runs for WoW, dude. Dun, dun. Oh, Shipwrecked Island? True. Oh, that might be for the monk especially though, is it? I don't know. I've had a pretty good run. Like, yeah, of course I wowed out. But Zodiac actually did pretty good. I've got all the current 5 stars in the game so far, except for Mona. She's the only one who has eluded my grasp yet again. And yeah, she's the one that I wanted to. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, if there was a Mona banner on this next one, I'd go deep. I don't think I'm gonna do it for Klee. I don't know if she's good enough for my team setup. Because I've already got like a really decked, well, potentially decked. I have to actually put some artifacts on her. Zhang Lang. And she's kind of playing that hybrid support role to my Kei Ching in the second team. Yeah, 100% Zodiac. Although in saying that, I wanted either her or Jean on my last pity pull for this banner. And I got Jean. So, I mean, I got one of the two, right? And if I had to pick one that I had to get of those two, it probably was Jean. Just because Barbara's pretty great. But I think that, yeah, she's got the potential to go next level, man. Oh, man. Whenever Venti's out, it feels like you have to put out like a warning to people. If you've got epilepsy, look away now. There's just so much shit happening on the screen. Expect disappointment, then be surprised? Absolutely. I mean, at least with some of the different banners they have in this game, that because of the pity system and the double chance. So for example, they tend to set it up that whoever the primary character is, if you don't get them on the first pity pull, you're guaranteed to get them on the second round. So that's a lot better than other gacha games. But yeah, the part I'm probably more concerned about, as a lot of people are, is the resin system. Because you make a game that's so unbelievably fun to explore and you just want to keep spending more and more time in here. And then they gate so much of the progression behind resin, especially if you're free to play, man. Whew. So I know they're looking at it, and I hope they're looking at it in a really healthy way, but who knows? Oh, that killed them? Ew, I needed to heal from them. Okay, Gamer, who do I think is the best character? So, if I had to pass things out and just pick one character that you can kind of do all content with, I think it's the tiny little lass that you see on the screen right now. I think Chi-Chi is probably, in my controversial opinion, the best character in the game. She can heal, her DPS doesn't suck, everything scales off attack, so she can become borderline invincible with the right weapon. So I put my only 5-star small sword on her. Diluc is insane damage, but he is squishy as hell, man. Like, you see a lot of content creators when they're streaming, I've noticed, that their Diluc very often dies. And I was like, oh, that's really weird. But now that I'm in AR40, I'm like, alright, I get it. He really is the definition of the glass cannon. Rest in Peace has asked, would I recommend Marvel's Avengers? Not right now. Marvel's Avengers is in a pretty bad spot. I think it's going to be one of those games that I want to optimistically say that they're going to get it right eventually, but I don't think that time is now. So they're bringing in more in-game content. That's great. They've just delayed their first character release. That's a little bit disconcerting, but given the issues they've had, not a surprise. But let me tell you a little bit about why there's a problem. It's all about the loot, okay? It's too randomized. So what happens now is they said, oh, we fixed the loot, guys. We're going to give you 2 guaranteed exotics at the end of every Mega Hive. Now, the Mega Hive, depending on where you're at in the game, like if you got easy to farm characters or not, we're talking 2 to 3 hours worth of investment every week as a minimum to get 2 of these pieces. Like, that's your best case sort of scenario. You're going to get 2 of these exotics. The problem is they roll so goddamn randomly in Marvel's Avengers that, like, let me tell you, I've had the same piece drop 2 weeks in a row. It's a piece that has melee perks on it, alright, so melee benefits, but the stat bonuses are all ranged. So already it's a piece of shit. But then to make it worse, the perks themselves were so randomized that we had, what was it? It was like gamma damage on heavy attacks, it was shock attacks on signature, and then it was all plasma damage increased by 24%. Like, there was absolutely zero synergy. The pieces were too randomized, so something just fell off my desk. I don't even know what it was. Ah, PS4 controller. But bro, yeah, unfortunately, it's probably one of my biggest letdowns so far in gaming for 2020. I've had a lot of really positive surprises. Like, there's a lot of games I didn't think that I would like that I started playing. I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Like Control, that was late last year, but I only played it this year. God damn, that's a good game. Gears Tactics, I mean, really surprised by how good that game was. There's just a lot of like really, really good games out there that when someone comes out with such a spit in the face with games as a service, it's just too easy to walk away now. So yeah, I'm kind of like, part of my brain's like, bro, I'm missing out on the daily farming of that game. I'm going to fall behind when it actually is good. But the gameplay is so monotonous, repetitive, that and just no rewards at the end of it either. It just feels really bad. It just feels really bad. So I cannot recommend that game right now. Is the very long version of that. Rest in pieces. I know you probably expected a no, but I wanted to qualify that no. Unacceptable Gaming says he bought the Avengers and regrets it. Yeah, me too, man. Charlie Murder, huh? Side scroller beat 'em up. Nice. Streets of Rage, the one that came out this year, was not bad. I'll tell you one retro vibe game that really disappointed, and I'm not surprised, was Battletoads. My god, they murdered any hope of that making a comeback. What a waste of potential. That was one of my favorite games of the Super Nintendo era, man. And very frustrating game, too. Obi Jam, what's going on, buddy? We haven't had the chance to hang for a while. How the fuck are you, mate? Hope you're well, dude. What's happening in your world? Are you home or on assignment, let's say? So tell me about Charlie Murder. Awesome music. See, music in a game is so important, dude. One of the things I like about Genshin, actually, is the soundtrack. I haven't actually checked if it's available, but I can see it being in my, like, chill music. It's pretty good. There's a couple of battle scenes in certain dungeons where it's got a very Doctor Who vibe, especially, like, Matt Smith era Doctor Who. Sounds real good, man. Feels real good. Where am I? Nope. You're in Qatar currently? Holy shit. You're like a hop, skip, and a jump from me right now, bro. I'd say that you're like one airport away, but unfortunately, our people aren't talking at the moment, dude. Zodiac, just send it to me on the Discord, man. Just send me a link and I'll check it out later. Actually, there should be... I must have killed them earlier. Ah, little ninja sand slash up there. Oh no, it's one of those little tiki dudes. I don't know why, but that has put Tiki God by the President of the United States of America in my head. That's a band that you don't hear much from these days. Oh yeah, no, it's been pretty ruthless the summer over here at the moment. You picked a good time though, because obviously over the next couple of weeks it's going to start really cooling down in this region, dude. So the weather's actually beautiful for here in Qatar from probably the next 3-4 months. After that, it's, you know, the hellscape that you just described. But yeah, being that in quarantine as well. Whew. Just break this stuff on the off chance there's a hidden chest. I didn't think so, but it's worth a shot, right? Okay. Next farm. Yeah, make sure you guys are doing these routes daily, even for characters that you don't have. Like, just make sure you at least do the boss hopping, and then explore a little bit around each. It's weird that you're here. This could be a chest with that many random dudes. I've noticed over the last couple of days that, like, in some of the starter areas, especially in Moonstad, that there has been a lot of chests starting to respawn, which has been good. I mean, don't get me wrong, I need condensate for 2 characters anyway, so. How much am I missing MSF out of 0 to 10? 0. I am not missing it at all, man. Yeah, it's probably, like, Galaxy of Heroes was harder to walk away than Marvel Strike Force was, because I played Galaxy of Heroes for about 2 years as well, had a wonderful alliance, and yeah, just basically it was a real shame to walk away from. But just because of, like, just everything that went down with MSF over time, man, I just do not miss it at all. I miss the community. Obviously, I do miss making some of the content and the fun streams from the people you knew would always show up, but yeah, at the same time, what are you gonna do? Yeah, the Symbiotes team looked really good, but I'm not surprised that ISO sucked. That was one of the factors that I walked away because one of the guys in Envoy after Piker left was sharing me all the information about what it was looking like, and I was like, oh, dude, this is exactly what I was worried about. So, yeah, no regrets there, man. Hulk, did I sell my account or give up cold turkey? No, I just gave up cold turkey, man. It's funny you asked that. I had like 4 people reach out today asking me, hey man, did you sell your account? And if so, can you give me a link because I need to sell mine? So it's funny how it comes in bursts. Like I'd say every couple of weeks this happens where a big group of people say, hey man, did you manage to sell your account? Can you help me sell mine? And you can normally tell that there's some sort of shitstorm going on in the game or ISO 8 sucks or what have you. There's no chest spawn down there. There's a bit of crystal up there though. Come back to Galaxy of Heroes. Are you still playing Galaxy of Heroes? I heard it was like worse than ever, dude, as far as like, you know, really fleecing that back pocket. If that's the case, Hulk, just stop, my brother. Like, there's so many places you can come hang. Like, honestly, if you come across to the what are we now? I was gonna say Masters Launch. The alternate reality Discord at discord.me/ANR. We got a lot of ex-MSF guys that are now in there and they're like finding groups for this. They're finding groups for Warcraft. They're finding groups for, a lot of them are playing Among Us at the moment as well. Oh yeah, Red Stars, yeah. Actually, that's a good point. When a brand new character comes out that's OP as fuck and you pull 1 Red Star, that's exactly why our alliance leader, Darth Longstride, one of my favorite people, that's why he quit. There's usually not anything up here, but it's been a while, so I'll do a quick check. I thought that might have been a rock thing to bump over. Join us, exactly, Hooch. Yeah, there's lots of MSF refugees in there, man. And they're having a good time. Like, that's why, you know, it's been good to have that other podcast to go to because we're playing so many new games now that, yeah, really enjoying it. I was playing so many new games per week. I'm just playing this for a little bit as a bit of a palate cleanse at the moment because the next month is going to be crazy. We've got Assassin's Creed. We've got, what's the big one? Cyberpunk 2077. There's literally no point in me streaming that. It's going to get buried so deep by the bigger content creators. Well, mind you, it's going to happen here anyways. Look, Hulk, you've got choices too. Like, I mean, there is definitely free-to-play ways to play this game. Like, if you want some advice on how to do that, I can certainly help you. The first piece of advice would be watch nothing that I do because I am taking a relatively whaley approach at the moment. My goal was to get to 42 before we hit patch 1.1, thinking that it was coming before the end of October. So I actually did a lot of unnecessarily whaling in hindsight to the point where I may take the next main character barrier off. I don't think I want Klee. In saying that, holy shit, an uncollected Sealy. I don't think you guys understand how infrequently this happens to me right now. This is genuine excitement for me. I'm like, oh my god, there's one left. Oh, I need to read all these because there's one quest that's like undone. Oh, Hooch, absolutely, man. See, I loved gaming, and that's what became really frustrating is that, like, to hate to log into a video game because it feels like a job, that's where you know it's done wrong, bro. That's where you know. And yeah, that's why it's been fun to fuck around with this. Where did he go? Ah. What's that? Exquisite? I'll take it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I fucked up when I put the title of the stream too. I thought my daily would get me across to 42. It did not. I was just short. Oh, mind you, if we keep on finding some of these chests. Actually, there'll be a chest if I knock down these three things too, most likely. Right, Rain, how are you, my friend? Welcome to the stream for today. But yeah, Hulk, if you're smart with your spending, you can definitely get some bang for your buck in this game, but it always comes down to luck. Right, Rain, how many levels? I'm on AR42 right now, man. Oh, hello. Have I not fucking done this route? I swear to God I'd been here before. Let's do a quick check up here. Second DD3. Ugh, I never actually did that. I think I was about, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through when I left MSF. Actually, I think I should follow the road instead of climbing because there was a decent amount of uncollected shit back there. We got Bubble Chest as well. My god, this is definitely my day, my dudes. See, my world, I will say this, that if you do really... Oh, shit, and a challenge? That's where you know you haven't had much content to play outside of the daily farms when you're finding shit like this. I mean, maybe some of these are respawns. I didn't think these particular things respawn, though, to tell you the truth. So I don't think it's that. I picked a bad time to have Faisal on cooldown. A lot about that's bad. Look, I'm surprised that more of the Assassin's Creed haven't been bad, to be honest, because, like, let's just think about the cycle of those games. Come on, Faisal, where is your cooldowns, mate? There we go. I need to get some better gear on this chick. Man, if we find a couple more chests, we must be pretty close to... What are we? 11, 30, 20... Nah, it's very unlikely I'm going to find like 200 odd XP. Yeah, the last Assassin's Creed and the one before it, to be honest, are pretty good. I mean, let's be real. They're not Assassin's Creed games anymore. They're just open world RPGs. But is that a bad thing? Fuck no. But this one, yeah, there's a few systems I'm like, I don't know, dude. Where did the other one go? In the trees? Where'd it go? Let's get a bird's eye. Okay. I haven't seen that happen. Leo King, I didn't, man. My first pity, I got a Keisheng. So I was pretty happy with what I had. Ah, there he is. Just because, yeah, when I first started playing, there was a bit of debate about, like, how much time it took for the reroll. And to be honest, like, having come from so many gacha games, I was like, look, man, I'm just going to play this one. If my luck goes well, I'll go deep. If it doesn't, I'll play cash. You know, I was kind of happy to just be chill. And yeah, it went pretty much my way. So yeah. No, my first pulls were pretty garbage. Like, I think I got like mainly really shitty weapons. Unacceptable gaming. Look, you can for sure. I mean, that wasn't the case for me. Because it was more about, okay, what am I enjoying about this game? It's like, yeah, some of the new characters are pretty good. I like being with my alliance, but the gameplay itself, I was like, not really. Leo King, how are you, man? I've actually got a pretty decent amount of characters. I'm happy to show you what I've got if you want me to. Let me know what questions you have, man. I'm more than happy to tell you about my limited experience. I wasn't one of those guys that played through the beta, but I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of this game now. So yeah, let me know. Oh, I see what you mean. I think I bought one character. Peon, how are you, dude? How are you enjoying this game? I know you've been playing the shit out of it too, right? But Leo King, I have 4 out of the 5. Actually, I've got all the 5 stars except for 1. Mona's the only one that I didn't get. So I actually pulled Jean as my last pity of this banner. So yeah, most of it was from normal. Venti. What I ended up doing is I only got Venti once. I didn't keep rolling. The main reason was when I got Max Constellation on Faishal and Zhang Lang, I looked at the reducing returns cost and just went, this is not good. Like, I'm just going to keep getting duplicates and then just hoping for Venti. And while these constellations are good, you know. So you can only play 4 characters at a time, but what ends up happening a little bit later, unacceptable, is there's a game mode called Abyss. And with Abyss, you need to basically split your teams into 2. So you're going to need 2 teams of 4 to be able to finish that. So every couple of weeks, you get that open back up and it resets. It's a way of getting a bit of the free premium currency. It's a way of getting a couple of guaranteed legendary artifacts as well. Although they tend to drop a lot more reliably once you get above AR40 anyway. You know, it's not very often you'll go through a dungeon that has artifacts or a world boss without getting at least 1 legendary. Not that I've been doing too much of that. My main goal has been getting everyone leveled up with their talents and whatnot. So let me take you through what I got if you want to see it. So Diluc is my main man at the moment. He's the only one that I've done any deliberate artifact farming. He's not quite finished yet. He's got a long way to go. But the main thing for him is I wanted to finish this set. So the next goal is obviously to get the legendary version of this set, and then I'll move on from there. Because the Crimson Witch spec for him is just insane. So at the moment, I didn't get very lucky. I haven't been able to pull the Grave Wolf, which is what I'm going to be gunning for in the next weapon banner. It's the best weapon for him by just a long, long, long way. But Prototype Ananas is definitely something that gets you most of the way through. His talents are maxed out. I got lucky enough to get a couple of Constellation pulls on Diluc as well. So I've got his E up to 9. But then you're kind of stuck because I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. There's a real wall for you to be able to level up talents later on. Is that you can only get 1 piece randomized a week for these talent pieces. And then you can only choose like 1. It's pretty bad. But in a way it's good too because it's 1 less thing you need to farm later on. Venti, I haven't really geared him at all. I'm waiting for his tomorrow to actually go through and do his talents. It's his turn next. So I'm going to max him out there with his weapon at the moment. So I pulled so many effing stringless. I swear to God, I got 1 rust out of all my pulls. But but I got so many stringless, I have 2 at max refinement. At the moment, I'm doing this one on Faisal just because she's my primary off DPS. But what I'm going to do, I think Rust is the better weapon, but I want to mess it around a little bit with Amos's bow because it has the higher attack scaling. 1, because it's refined once, and then 2, because it's got the base attack percentage roll rather than the elemental mastering. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to level this up over the next week as well. I'm going to put this on Faisal, and then I'm going to put this max stringless on Venti. So he's going to be an animal, dude. What constellation is Diluc? I think it's 4. Oh, only 3. There you go. But I mean, the first 3 are pretty damn good. Like, the 15% more damage to anyone above 50% is great. This is the big one, though. Whenever Diluc takes a little bit of damage, which you'll see a lot of people on streams when they're taking a couple of deliberate hits on their Diluc. This is why. Because the way that he scales after that, he's insane, dude. And of course, this one, because you're spamming that E so damn frequently, this one's pretty good as well. And the rest, obviously, I'll just have to wait for a long time to get. Venti, no constellations there. Faisal, she's probably the next one I'm going to stack up with all my weapons. Sorry, with all of my artifacts. So now that I'm getting close to getting where I want to be with Diluc, her damage output with him is obviously going to be one of the things I want to do next. Her talents, I think tomorrow or Wednesday, I think is her day. Actually, it's her and Venti need the same. That's right. I got a lot. Yeah, I got a lot, Leo. I mean, out of all the dupes that I could have got, though, that was definitely one of the better ones. So I had a lot of weapons dupes more than anything. Then we got Chi-Chi. I got 0 constellation on her as well, but I was really happy to get her because she's amazing as is. She's one of the only 5-star weapons that I'm currently using, but it happens to be her best in slot as far as I'm concerned. That crit rate base, the increased movement speed, the attack speed, like all of it together just makes her a machine. And that energy recharge rate that'll scale above 50%, I mean, having your cooldowns reduced by that much before you even get into artifacts is ludicrously good, man. So I'm pretty happy with that. Then we go into Keishing, who is my very first 5-star and by far one of my favorites. I think she's incredible. I'm running the Lion's Roar on her at the moment, which is a great weapon. It's going to obviously do up to 32% more damage against Electro or Pyro, and I'm always going to be running her with Zhang Lang anyway. Yeah, I don't mind, but I mean, I think she's going to end up being more of a primary DPS for me on my second team, Leo. Whenever I've got, let's say, an element which Keishing is not as good as. So yeah, that might help out a bit. Her artifacts are not bad. I've got some Max Glad stuff on her that got some really good rolls. Like this bad boy here. The defense and the HP was a little bit shitty, but crit rate and damage that high was good to have. Crit rate and crit damage and attack percentage and energy recharge. This was by far one of the best pulls I had. It is only purple though. Blessing, how are you, man? Yeah, gonna try to. But just depends if they let me in. Fox, how are you, man? Crit damage and energy recharge on this one. This one I'm still leveling at the moment. It got crit rate, crit damage. The other 2 stats didn't roll as good, but we'll take it. And then this one's just my leftover piece at the moment again because of the crit rate and then attack. That piece is not as good as the others, but yeah, we got some good pieces there. Then we have my latest pull. So I only got her a couple of days ago, so I haven't even used her yet, as you can see. I just started bringing up a weapon for her today. I'm going to run the flute on her because obviously she's a very good attack stat raising character. And I like the idea of the harmonics on her as well. She's not obviously going to heal from that, I don't think. If she does, it's going to be awesome. But either way, we'll see how she rolls. I got her talents up a little bit today before I ran out of resin energy. But that is the game. And then the only other 2 characters that I have been messing a little bit with, obviously Barbara, which everyone has. I've got her at maximum constellation because when I was rolling on the Venti banner, this is just what kept on dropping over and over and over and over. And then when I got to max dupes, I just stopped. So she's pretty rad. But now that I've got Jean and Chi-Chi, I think I'm going to hold off and maybe wait until Child comes out. Because I think having a Hydro DPS partnered up with the Jean for Abyss is going to be much better rather than running a twin heal. So I'm going to stop all my efforts on Barbara now. And I'm just going to leave that 8th spot her for now, but we'll chip it out. And then Zheng Ling, she's one of my project characters I'll be working a little bit more on shortly. So her level's up to where it needs to be now. I was pretty happy in leveling the Dragon's Bane, but I just got on the same pull, as a matter of fact. I got real lucky. The same pull that I had Gene drop, I also got this bad boy, which is the Skyward Spine, which I think is a pretty great weapon because of the energy recharge for a support Zheng Ling. So yeah, she's in a good space as well. And then this morning I maxed her talents out completely for this level. So she's going to be an animal very, very shortly. She's going to be really good. Fox, any tips? What I would do first things first is download the interactive map that the community created. Because what that allows you to do is track all of the oculi. The oculi are these collectibles that increase your stamina rate and also unlock a few things later on. But they're easy to miss, and they're easy to forget which ones you got and which ones you didn't. So if you want one tip, Fox, is basically download that map now, and every time you collect one of the Animo Oculi or one of the Geo Oculi, it's mark it off your personal version of that map. That way you're not going to have to go back like a lot of us did and have to search for these goddamn things that you think you got and then you didn't. So yeah, if you do that now, you won't have to worry as much about that. I'm so stoked by how many little events and chests have actually like come back today. This is pretty awesome. Hi Thevin, how are you? Metalhead, new question. Discuss the character roles like support, enabler, etc. So some of those names have just randomly been given to them. I want to stress this pretty hard that like every character for the most part, you can have multi-roles. Like, you know, shit, if you wanna have a DPS Barbara, you can make that happen, alright? It doesn't have to be a support healer character. Is she built for that? Fuck no. But with the right weapon and with the right artifacts, you know, you could do it. So yeah, I would say with the way that they use this terminology, and look, I'm speaking for other people's content here. I didn't make those, obviously. But obviously your main DPS, they're going to be people who you're going to be playing most of the time. Like Diluc, that's where most of my primary damage is coming from, right? Muggins, it's the one in the Discord, dude. The one that's been spammed in the Discord Genshin Impact channel all week. I think I linked it a few times yesterday. Someone else just linked it today. The interactive map. You know which one I'm talking about when you see it. Oh shit, another one? Yo! I swear to God I saw a chest in the distance before too. So yeah, what was your question? It was how to explain the different things. It was, so support's going to be more your healer, and enabler is like characters like Zhang Faishal, where ideally what you're going to do is you're going to have someone like Diluc do most of your damage. He's going to be like fire, let's say. And then Faishal's going to put out a bird, and that's going to fire out electro damage all by itself. Almost like you're dropping a turret, like, you know, the dwarf from Overwatch or something. Oh, you cheeky bastard. So let me show you what I mean. Like, this is a bad example because it's a fire guy. I drop my bird. She's going to enable that electro damage. Then I shift back to Diluc. And what's happening is she's enabling, to use the words that they use, more damage to be coming out from my Diluc just by passively throwing out that bird. Zhang Lang is also a very good character. And I know I'm butchering these names, guys, so I apologize. But she's a wonderful enabler, or I prefer to call it support DPS, to be honest. Because that's how most games I've played are referred to characters like that. She's amazing. You drop the bear, and then away you run with someone like Keisheng. Leo King, am I going to pull for Klee? I actually don't think I am. Just because, look, any banner that means I might pull Noelle, I'm not interested. Noelle is not a character that I want any more of at this point in time. And I can certainly live without her. You bastard. Oh, I got good news for you then, Peon. In some of the leaked patch notes, which have been since confirmed by the developer, one of the issues that they want to address is the camera and having more flexibility for control and also locking it. So you don't have to worry about that. Thevin, can you get Barbara free? Yes, sir, you can. What you need to do is get to level 20 before patch 1.1 comes out. Sorry, not level 20, but adventure rank 20. That's where you want to be. If you do that, there's a limited time event, which means you can get Barbara for free. And then when you get to 20, you can absolutely clear up to 3/3 in Abyss as well. And that means that you can pull the little fire teddy bear herself, Zhangling, which is a really great pull. I see you, Violet Grass. I see you over there looking all sexy. But yeah, Peon, they're going to fix that camera issue pretty soon, dude. For the most part, Hooch, I mean, not always. Like, some of them, it's just passives. Like, if you look at a character like Bennett, he has an ability which basically allows you to scale most of his attack damage even when he's not on the field. So, yeah, I definitely recommend it. Van got Barbara for free. Yeah, man. I mean, she's a great character. Don't get me wrong. If I didn't get Jean, I would be more than happy to keep running Barbara for days. She's quite good. And on fire bosses and that as well. Like, it's great to have Barbara around because she has such a rapid fire E that's hydro damage that you can just go spam, 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 drop the fire shield, and then you're golden. You can move on. Another chesticles. This is unheard of, boys. It's literally killing you, Peon. Is it literally killing you? What did it do? Show me on the doll where it touched you. What's the best sword for Diluc? It all depends. Do you want a free-to-play answer, or do you want an answer that involves you having to get real lucky on pulls? The best one is the Gravestone, or the Grave Wolf, whatever you want to call it. Wolf's Gravestone, I think it's called. It's an incredible sword, man. It increases, like, all of the attack power for your entire team whenever you hit a character that's below 30% health. Or something like that. I can't remember the exact scaling, but it's an insane weapon. And the good news is if you are a whale or even a dolphin, it's going to be the featured weapon on the upcoming pulls. So I'm not pulling for Klee, but you can bet your damn house that I'm going to be rolling for that sword, man. Because it's going to take Diluc from being a machine, the way he currently is with me, to a god. So yeah, the free-to-play answer is a weapon that you actually get very early, and you can refine it as well. And that's the one that I'm still using at the moment, which is the prototype Aminus. If you've got the battle pass, another really good option is the Serpent Spine. Now, I don't like this one as much, only because you're going to get... Here's sort of the weird thing about using this weapon with Diluc, right? If he gets hit, all right, his constellations are going to mean that he gets increased damage, which is awesome. Now, the thing is with this weapon, though, is that you want to get the max DPS out of it. You can't get hit. All right, because every time you get hit, you lose some of these stacks, and then you're sort of, you know, up against it then. But prototype Aminus, honestly, is pretty good. You're on your way out, Peon. Wop, 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 wop. I think we go to the next thing. I think my exploring time is done. Let's go back to work, kids. Actually, this one's faster because it's high ground. That's one thing as well. Just because something looks faster on a map, like it's closer, make sure you always look for the higher ground. Just because with gliding, it usually is a very different story. Wop, 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 wop. But yeah, I've been generally surprised. Like, even when you do run out of resin, there's still a fair bit you can do in the game as far as like farming most of the other things that aren't the free-to-play currency. But yeah, I'm a little bit concerned it could limit the future of, I guess, the game, depending on how quickly or how frequently they give away stuff. Having the weekly login event come back as well, if they make that permanent, so you're getting a little bit of something every day, that'd be pretty rad. And those limited time events as well, like that team up event this week was great. If they alternate things like that, so like one's for character XP and the next one's getting more or whatever, that'd be pretty awesome. Any lieutenants spawn up there yet? They did not. I got him 4 times, Thevin. So yeah, I got 0 Monas, but I got 4 Dilucs, so I got a few, man. I got really lucky. Like, I got a lot of pities at the start, and then after that, man, something just seemed to go my way. And yeah, I had a big streak of getting like, you know, I'd do 3 sets of pulls and then boom, there's another 5-star resetting that pity out of the gate. So I'll admit, like, I've seen some of the money that some of the other content creators have spent, and it's like 5-6 times what I've spent, and their roster is nowhere near as deep on characters as mine. Their weapons, though, I mean, some of those boys pulled a gangster load of weapons. Mobile Gamer, how the fuck are you, man? I miss talking to you. I hope you're well, man. Hope everyone in your family's doing well, too. Come here, you rat bastard. Yeah, always have a look for those little mounds too, dudes. Everyone's well? Excellent. Are you jumping in on the Genshin addiction, my man? It's the flavor of the month. You gotta do it. Feel like I stay behind? Not at all, man. Not at all. Like, the fact that the 1.1 stuff was a little bit longer than people wanted it to be, I think it pisses off a lot of the Chinese players and the people that were in the beta, because they feel like, for them, it's been like 9 months with nothing to do. But for the rest of us, you can kind of get to a point where you're pretty comfortable. And there's no PvP. So at the moment, like, there's no such thing as behind. We're all pushing in the same boat. There's Muggins coming out with some fucking Jedi Yoda talk there. You are always where you're supposed to be. It's one of those like Confucius style sayings that sounds very wise, but when you really dig through it, it doesn't mean anything. Except for some classic ones like, man, I remember some of these like the old fortune cookie jokes where it was like, baseball is wrong. Man who has 4 balls cannot walk. And you're like, I remember those. Classic jokes. What's my bit rate in OBS? Is it too low, is it? I've got the preview minimized. I can probably bump it up. Yeah, Muggins makes a good point. I'll come in and just crash everything. Oh shit, really? My connection was a bit crap the other day, so I turned it down. What would you set it at if you were me? Mobile. 9,000? Yeah, I think it's only like maybe 4 or 5 at the moment. I had to try to do some stuff through a VPN the other day because I wanted some other people to chat on the stream. I'll bump it up for the next one. I might even hit pause on this one in a little while and start over. If it looks that shit especially. Thanks for the heads up, dude. There's that chest I saw in the distance before. Oh wait, another little money dude? Come here. Hey, I'm not gonna hurt you, buddy. Hey, come on. Shh. Just let it happen. Shh. There he goes. Another chest. All right, okay. Yeah, when Venti does this, then it's gonna go apeshit. That is a bummer. I did not realize it was that low quality because I did a video off the back of one the other day. But yeah, appreciate that, man. I'll definitely sort that out shortly. Actually, it doesn't take that long to reset it. It just might fuck the YouTube link is the downside. Oh, your eye's pretty good. I trust it, mate. What I'll do is, let me super quickly log this right now. And then, yeah, I might just have to reboot the YouTube. So you guys want to hold fire for 2 seconds. I'm just going to reboot this stream with a higher rate. And then hopefully you guys get a better viewing experience.